to do sauce. Oh, where is the... I need lids and I forgot to check about it before we started. Actually, so...
Alright, open. Did you find this?
Yeah.
I need one more lid.
You can use a piece of foil.
Oh, yes, we could. And is there foil
Unless
there?
this would cover one of the others.
No,
No,
she
it's
needs a really
too
big one.
small and this is too big
Yeah.
for the bigger one.
Do you know where the foil is? Excuse me, Bruce.
Where's the going?
Okay, once we fry the... Okay, wait, we'll leave it later. Once we fry the red peppers a little bit, we're gonna add the tomatoes. Okay, so we want the water from the tomatoes. So it's something we're gonna try and, like, when we chop the tomatoes, we're gonna try and keep the water. Because sometimes if we have enough liquid from the tomatoes, we're not gonna need to add other water from the tap. It'll be enough. But it also changes by the tomato we use. Okay, so we see now this is the base for our shakshuka. And
Blend. Just the curd.
okay, if you have any questions while I'm cooking, feel free to ask.
How often do you make this for yourself?
For myself, and so I used to be a vegan for the past 4 or 5 years, so I haven't made it for myself that often, to be honest. And since I haven't, I have made it on several occasions. It's really easy, doesn't take too much preparation time. You can make like a single serving using like 1 tomato and like half a pepper. It's not too hard in a small pan. I think as a child, I would have it pretty often. It's really easy. It was easy for my mom, like, to make it for us for dinner, for lunch. We would have it every Saturday morning. It was kind of like a brunch thing at the beach. So my dad would wake up early, he would make it, and we would go to the beach and have like this big picnic with other people and like have... And one would make a spicy shakshuka only for the adults, one would make like, so it would be this fun thing. So it's a very, I think it's eaten pretty frequently in houses in Israel.
I never had it in Israel. Never.
Yeah.
I've been in Israeli homes. I've never been served this stuff.
Is it more Sephardic?
No, it's more of like a, well, I would say it's not more of something you would serve for guests. No, really, like, not because it's bad, but like if you have guests over, and I know from my parents, they wouldn't serve shakshuka. They would make like 10 kinds of meat, and like they would make all kinds of other things, and they would make vegetables or barbecue, but they wouldn't make shakshuka. Shakshuka is very like basic, very home thing, like oh, you're hungry now, what do you want? Like a fried egg, shakshuka, like something very easy. It's like they're not gonna give you, unless you're there for breakfast, they're not gonna give you a fried egg for like when you're coming to visit. So I would say it's on the same basis, but now a lot of restaurants would have it, like coffee shops, they would have it for breakfast and things like that. So that is something that is worth common.
Can you make the
Shakshuka comes from the word of like shakshek, like a mix of all kinds of stuff. And I'm gonna cover this just so that
Can you make the vegetables 1 or 2 days in advance and then just add eggs at the end?
What do you mean? Just make the
Just-
sauce?
Yeah, the sauce, yeah, just to make this part.
Yeah, but you'll have to reheat it before you put the
Right.
eggs in. Yeah, I think you could. I've never done that, but
Or just do the chopping.
you can do the chopping
Yes.
first,
Yeah.
or. But I think if you make like sauce and you want to put some aside and then just reheat it, and I don't see why not. That could be, that's like an option. We're gonna let this kind of like simmer for a little bit and become a little bit more of a sauce.
What does mifgash
And
mean?
mifgash means meeting. Are you taking a video of this? Okay, good to know. Mifgash means a meeting.
Okay.
A gathering. So
Oh.
mifgash salon, salon is from French. In Hebrew it also refers to living room. So a gathering of people in the living room in a house. So this is the grand topic. Okay, so while the simmers, I'll talk about Mifgash Salon. Mifgash Salon is a program I started at Adat Shalom. It's aimed for villages mainly, but also for other groups at Adat Shalom who meet and want to have an Israel themed program at their house. So I offer, other than Israeli cooking, which is shakshuka, there's also Israel current events. There is an Israeli film. There's 4 options of short films we can watch. They're each on different topic: LGBT in Israel, Haredi community, barriers, and we could watch one of the movies and have a discussion. And there's Israeli photography, which is a presentation of Israeli photographers who reflect on Israeli society. It's more my take on their pictures. Some of them are clearly suggesting towards my take, and for some of them I took it where I wanted to be. So this is part of this like rooftop thing, Mifgash Salon. There is a Google Doc. You can sign up, be a host. You can say how many people you want to host, and you invite the people over, and everyone comes together to have like a fun social gathering. And so if your village is
Well,
on the low,
this is our senior circle. So
yeah, I
we
know.
certainly can do another one.
Yes.
So,
That'd be great.
Anybody have a suggestion which one they want to do? The photography, the films? What was the
Current events.
There's current events.
Current events. Any
Yeah.
thoughts?
Haredi was the film.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
one of the
The
films.
films?
The films.
The films? Would you like to do films?
I can send you a list of the descriptions of the films, and you can choose what you feel
Is
like.
everybody interested in
Sure, yeah.
And it's watching. It's like a 20-minute to half an hour
Can't
film
trust
depending, and we'll have a discussion about that topic afterwards. So that's just like kind of a rooftop explanation for whoever is here and does not know what the symbol of Mifgash Salon at the top of your page is.
Oh.
This is the symbol for the program. And right now we're having shakshuka, an Israeli food gathering. So I put a quote of cuisine. What is a cuisine? A style of cooking, food that is cooked in a particular way. This is out of the dictionary. So what is Israeli cuisine? Israel, as we know, is pretty young. It's going to be 68 this year. And in 68 years, like comparing to America, it was over 200, right? This is crazy. Over like countries in Europe, like you have Italian cuisine, you have French cuisine, but they've been around for like centuries. So how can you compare this Israeli cuisine? Israeli cuisine is built out of all of those cuisines together. Sorry, just want to make sure nothing is burning. Okay. Sorry, I just started talking, but now we're ready for our next day. We're gonna put this on down. Okay. We'll pick up from the mixture of cuisines in a second. So if you come a little bit closer, you will see everything kind of started meshing up together. All of the vegetables are more of more in.
So you didn't put any additional spices in this?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay, so you can see the vegetables, instead of being like so separate, they become more united, more like mushy. So our first is the salt. We're gonna put some salt in.
Watch out.
Yeah, it's always like that.
How much?
Not kosher salt.
By the way, break is
Okay, good to know.
the other one is the brake of a car. You spelled it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, put your foot on the brake and you're
Yeah. Okay, so we put salt. Pepper. Okay. So this is also really a matter of flavor, how much salt, how much pepper you want to put in. Up to your cooking flavor, personal taste. We're also going to put in paprika. Okay, so
What do you?
this is like smoked paprika, so I think our food is gonna taste a little bit smoky, but we're gonna be okay with it. If you put regular paprika, it just creates this like sweet taste. Yes.
Yeah, I
What do you
was
want?
gonna actually ask what what paprika, what taste are you trying to evoke when you said sweet?
Yes, this is gonna make us. I can smell the smokiness. So it's part of the flavors. It's not my creation. I'm not trying to evoke
Yeah.
anything. But
No. I mean,
yeah.
is that like a North African? Is it where's the
Where's the
origin?
origin?
Yeah.
The origin is more of in Israel, because tomatoes they're not originated in anywhere that Jews came from, basically. So
No, I mean
Are you asking about
Paprika.
paprika? Well, so
paprika, yes, in North Africa.
Paprika is
Hungarian.
Hungarian, and
Hungarian?
if you go to Giant, you can get sweet Hungarian paprika.
Well,
I have
paprika is a very common also in North Africa. Like for the North African, Moroccan, Tunisian, they all use a lot of paprika. So it's not only Hungarian. Okay,
Not only Hungarian.
we spiced it up a little bit.
famous.
Now we're gonna take half of the parsley. This is half a bunch of parsley. We're gonna take half of it. We're gonna put it in our sauce. And we're gonna keep the other half for just garnishing on top of our shakshuka afterwards. So. Put some aside.
I saw it. It was different.
Yeah, they use a can.
What did they use?
A can of the chopped tomatoes, and they use it to leave the juice with it, so that you would
Yes.
get the liquid.
There was a recipe in
There was
just
a
Wednesday.
recipe in
Just Wednesday.
this past Wednesday.
Just
Yes,
in
in
their
the
house.
Yeah.
But it
In
has
the
Swiss
post.
chard.
In the
I
food
have
section
it. I saved
yesterday.
it.
I
Well,
just haven't
instead-
looked at it yet.
Well, I said it's very
Said you put in
personal.
parsley and
Some
Swiss
people
chard
will
or-
choose to use
But they
canned.
have all kinds of
I don't
spices.
like cooking with canned food. But it could be easier if you see a horribly red shakshuka sauce that looks unnatural. You know they used the tomato paste. and it doesn't have like a little bit of chunks and the filling of tomatoes. Like if you don't like the fact that it's chunky, it's up to you, and you can like smash it before you add the eggs in. That's an option.
You can put
But-
it in the Cuisinart and chop it up.
Yeah, and chop it before, like after it's cooked. Take the sauce, chop, and then put it in. I think it's more like natural like this, but I said at the beginning, very personal method of cooking for every Israeli you meet. So, I think I'll have to argue a lot of Israelis. But the recipe that you were telling me about, you could add other vegetables. It's not like a no thing, but usually you don't. Like this is the classic shakshuka. This is what you'd have. Okay, now comes the volunteer turn.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm holding the camera.
I'll do one. I want to show you guys, and then I want some people to step up and try. So you put the egg in the bowl. Okay, first step, very easy. And you make a hole, like a nest, small nest here. You clear it out. So it's gonna be filled with sauce, but it's like more of the watery part of the sauce. And then you're gonna throw it gently but firmly. Okay? So you don't want to splash all the shakshuka all over you, but at the same time you want it to be strong enough so the egg sinks in. If you want to come closer to see this is the magic of shakshuka. Okay, because we don't just want to lay it on top of the sauce. We want it to be in the sauce. Okay, so you want to put it like this.
Oh, you want to dump it out.
You want to kind of dump it like with your wrist. Just
Dump
put
it
it in.
without splashing.
Okay?
Okay, I think if we
And you make the hole, it kind of makes it a little bit more easier for you because you don't have to like really. Okay? So,
Wait a minute, I think maybe we ought not to
No,
do
we
it.
can like that. We can like that.
Okay, we can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right.
That's what that's for.
Yes, okay,
Tamar?
yes.
This is like.
who wants to? Okay. Have a hole here. Very
Oh,
good.
all right.
Let me see.
Good
Yeah. Okay, who's next? Who's next? While she's breaking an egg. Come. Okay, you can come do it because we want to do it quickly. Okay, guys, this is a
Cook at different times. Yeah.
now this process, the process of putting the eggs in. We want to make it quick. Put it. Okay, great. We want to do it quickly. So if there's an egg open, we're gonna start cracking, and people are gonna come because we don't want to have half of the eggs like extremely cooked.
Wants to do it?
Here, quickly. Great. Here. Great. Okay. Who wants to come? Who didn't try yet?
Okay.
We got the system.
Let's see where the holes
Yeah,
are.
here.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Great. That was a good one.
All right.
Great brunch, good.
Yes.
It is.
Wow, good.
It reminds me of when I lived in San Francisco, there's Joe's Special, which Joe's Restaurant style.
Oh, yeah.
Which is basically scrambled, you make it all
right,
Okay,
over a
one
ground
more.
beef.
Kadima, break eggs. Even if you've done it already, we want to have.
And you know,
Here.
it all comes out like that.
Come on, inside.
Yeah, great.
Who has it?
I'll break some eggs.
Oops.
Oops, no. Sounds like
So
we-
one more egg to this pan so we can cover it.
Because it's broken, huh? No, we didn't have to sink.
Oops.
We just washed it out.
Oh, I like bacon eggs.
You don't look like
No, I like it.
Break it.
She would on
Start
the
doing
day.
that.
I learned to do it right on
I was trying to
Okay.
copy you.
the, there. Stop.
That's my problem.
Okay, I'll put it in.
Okay, now we're gonna cover it.
How many eggs are you gonna make?
You need some more eggs?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, we
Well,
need
let's
more.
count how many people we
So we
have.
need some more.
We should have 2 eggs a person, right?
Okay, you wanna try? Sorry.
That'd be fine.
Oh,
All
they've
right.
got, so she's
Okay.
got different.
That's a lot of eggs. You got 30
Turn
eggs.
these.
You got 14 people.
14.
Break another egg into that, okay? We want to make a factory. Whenever there's an open ball, we want to have an egg in it. This is, as I said, this part needs to be quick.
Okay.
Well, unless somebody wants to. Who wants to crack an egg?
Sarah, you'll crack it out, won't you? Anybody want to crack an
Okay,
egg?
so we'll take 15. Yeah, so you can. No, 30 eggs. 30 eggs. You have 6 left over.
Okay. Okay.
I will not sit
You wanna give
Sahar,
it
we need 30 eggs.
So, but Sarah, you crack an egg, it's part of the thing.
You have to crack an egg. Come on, Sarah.
Yeah.
Is everybody cracking an egg? Yes.
Whoa,
Yes.
sorry, no problem.
Come do, put it in the shakshuka. Come. Sarah.
Okay.
These are here? Yes. Take one. It doesn't matter, take one. Okay, I'm gonna make a hole for you.
Who wants to
And you're
flop
gonna
it
put
in?
gently put it in, but strongly, firmly.
Flop it in.
We need 30 eggs. Is that what?
Perfect.
Yeah.
One
There should be
egg.
6 left.
Okay? How many?
We need 30 eggs.
30 eggs?
There's one back in here too. One go back in here. Take the left first, the second left here. Shake.
This is fine. This is great.
Yeah?
If you hold this all cracked out.
But it's just another,
Yes, another thing.
it's just another place that cans are cooked.
Different cans?
No, it is definitely.
It is cans.
Here,
Go ahead.
Just like, but you know what, at the end of the day, we were so relieved.
Okay,
That
so,
was okay. You know, that, right, and it's just a lesson of, you know, it's like initially I was like, right, oh my goodness, you know, because one of the,
okay, there should be 6 eggs left in the pan. You have the head gesture. Despite my mistake and not being able to say one of the 10 commandments in English. Okay, great. One last one. And you can cover this.
How long do you cover? It says 10 minutes, but you really do 10 minutes?
Okay, so let's say everyone can, if everyone can come back here.
Everyone come back, there's more instructions.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, I'll take that for you.
There's covering it.
is that right?
Thank you so much.
Which?
No, I wrote that on mine.
Okay, is everyone here? Everyone's back here? Okay, great. So once we put all the eggs, I know it's a little bit longer process because we have to put in so many eggs than usual. Because usually you would make it for a family or something. You'd have like up to 12 eggs if you have 6 people around, and you only have one pan. We have like 30 eggs around all these pans. So what you're going to do once you finish with the eggs, you're going to cover it. And the fire's on low. So you don't want it to bubble too much because then it'll cook the eggs really quickly. And it's up to you, it's up to the person who's cooking. If you like your egg really completely boiled and not a little bit runny. But usually you want to look. So you see that the eggs are starting to poach and cover on top. So what you want to reach at the end is kind of like this white gentle cover on the top of the sauce, and you know that the eggs are cooked but not firmly cooked, so they're not like dead. You want it a little bit runny. Okay, if anyone here has a preference for like a completely hard-boiled egg, we can make one of the pans hard-boiled. Okay, so we want it to be a little bit runny because poached. Yeah, it's poached. So you want the white to cook, but you don't want it to be the yellow part of it, the yolk, to be completely hard. You want it to be runny. And once it's done, we're gonna serve it while it's hot. You guys said something about Swiss cheese and that in the recipe in the paper. You could, if you want, spread some, like, put some cheese on it when it's still hot when you serve it, but it's not a traditional serving way. Okay?
So
Yes.
how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna serve it from here?
Bring the plate.
Bring the
Bring your
plates.
plate
Yeah.
and scoop out 2
Yeah,
eggs.
you'll see. I'll help you
Okay.
serve. You'll see. It's not hard because of the way we put in the eggs, they're each kind of like boiled in their own little nest. Yeah, so it's not there. You can see here kind of like the process of everything starting to be white. It's a little hard because these ones, you can see here.
Some are and some aren't.
Yeah, it's a process. It takes a little bit.
And you have it
For
on
them.
low heat? Is that what
Yeah, I might turn up the heat just to make it a little bit quicker, and because I can see and can shut it off. But you don't really want to usually risk it too much, just because if the egg is completely like hard, it's not as good as it is when it's a little runny. Because the whole point is it with the sauce and eating it with bread. Amazing! I'm getting hungry myself.
Welcome, salad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so.
at the table, we have salad, bread, and vine leaves. So,
Yeah. Okay,
can that all
before.
go on the same plate, or is it gonna be too messy to put all that
Oh
on
no,
the
you
same plate?
can. No, put it on simply.
So
No.
this is a 26-minute video. Can we just have a round of applause and
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. That was
Thank you guys. Okay.